Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Pratibha. Well, viewers, our focus remains on the Nagpur violence. The probe continues. The police has now zeroed in on the political link. And Fahim Shamim Khan, the Nagpur president of the political outfit called Minority Democratic Party, has been named in the FIR and is suspected to be the alleged plotter. The man has also been arrested, and the FIR against him alleges that he illegally gathered a crowd and illegally ensured that there was a mob that was mobilized despite very clear warnings being given out by the police officials. So video has now surfaced that shows Fahim Shamim Khan addressing his supporters and media personnel outside the police station. Before we tell you what are the charges against Fahim Ahmed, this political leader who is now under the lens, watch how he engaged in instigation against the police personnel.
पुलिस वालों ने लाठीचार्ज सिर्फ एक पक्ष के ऊपर किया। आज यहाँ पे हमारे को जो है डीसीपी और एसीपी साहब ने जो है आश्वासन दिया कि, और वो हमेशा आश्वासन वाला लॉलीपॉप मिलता है हमारे को, जिसको हम बोलते हैं। अभी हमने वही बात की है कि आप कल बुलाओगे, उसको एक नोटिस देंगे और 2 घंटे के बाद में उसको सलाम दुआ कर देंगे, फिर उसकी डेयरिंग बढ़ जाएंगी और फिर यही काम करेगा। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह ये कौम जो है अपने हक के लिए खुद आवाज उठा लेंगी।
So let's now get you the charges against him. You heard the instigation, all of it caught on camera. And remember, this is right in front of the police station. And the charges have been leveled against him, which include illegally gathering about 50 to 60 people. So he is seen as the mastermind of the violence that broke out. He is said to have mobilized about 50 to 60 people. Apart from that, and this is very important, this was despite the police warning that the gathering occurred. So it's not like the police officials did not know. They had given out warnings in this regard as well. But despite that, the crowd had gathered. In fact, Fahim Khan-led crowd had spread false rumors. So how is it that they not just mobilized people, but also angered them enough, incited them enough to carry out this kind of widespread violence? Now, the charge that has been mentioned in the FIR is that there was rumor mongering done. False rumors had been spread and the mob had been misled. In fact, the mob shouted slogans, engaged in incitement as well, as we saw much of the violence being caught on camera as well. They were not just sloganeering, they were indulging in vandalism left, right and center. In fact, the FIR also states very clearly that the mob brandished axes, stones as well as sticks, much of which was also seen on the CCTVs. CCTVs in several locations across Nagpur have helped the police official piece it all together. In fact, we have more breaking updates coming in. This is a stunning twist to the Nagpur unrest probe. Amid the conspiracy and pre-planned riot claim and the angle that is being looked at by the police officials, there is an international angle as well that the police officials are looking at. The lens is on the videos that spread rumors, and the police officials have in fact traced the addresses of these videos. My colleagues Arunil as well as Shrishti joining us on the broadcast with the details. Shweta is also on the broadcast with us. Arunil, this is sensational. An international link as well coming in with the police officials now tracing the addresses of these videos. Where do they point to?
Well, that is right, Pratibha. Good morning to you. Basically, the cyber cell is investigating this. 4 new FIRs have been registered by the cyber cell of the Nagpur police. As many as 172 such instigating videos are on the radar. And when the Nagpur police tried to find the IP address of these videos, some of them, it has come to the fore, were put up from Bangladesh as well. So what exactly was the motive? Why certain people from Bangladesh as well as from Nagpur and other parts of India, they wanted to create a communal disharmony in Nagpur, as well as more than 60 such social media posts are also on the radar of Nagpur police. 84 people have been arrested till now. Fahim Khan, as you rightly pointed out, is been seen as the main instigator. He basically was the one who was responsible in gathering the crowd at one location, and the speeches that he made instigated the crowd further. So 60 social media posts that I was speaking about, many of the influencers basically from a certain community who put up these social media posts and made it viral have also been arrested by the Nagpur police. As many as 84 people have been arrested so far, 10 FIRs are being registered, as well as a stringent treason charge is being leveled against Fahim Khan and 50 other accused as well. Why treason charge? Because the government, beg your pardon, the Nagpur police feels that there is more to this entire conspiracy. They are basically sensing a terror angle as well, and soon we can expect the anti-terrorism squad to step into the investigation as well. With respect to what Devendra Fadnavis, the CM of Maharashtra, spoke in the assembly, that is also again very, very significant. What he said is, you just cannot attack my police personnel. They were doing their duty. They were trying to maintain law and order in the society, and the way they have been targeted, now the rioters will not be spared. We will basically dig them up from their grave as well. That is what Fadnavis has said.
Okay, all right, Arnil, stay with us. That's not all. Even cars with Hindu idols and symbols had been specifically targeted, going on to show how this may not have been a spontaneous violence, but a pre-planned act to target certain groups. My colleague Shivani gets us this report.
तस्वीर और खास रिपोर्ट अब गांधी सागर मार्ग से, जहां पर आपको तस्वीरें दिखेंगी इन गाड़ियों की, जहां पर आग लगाई गई, इन्हें तोड़ने की कोशिश की गई, आगे पीछे हर जगह से इनके ऊपर पथराव किए गए। ये पहली, यह दूसरी गाड़ी, और इस गाड़ी के अंदर एक छोटे से श्री गणेश की मूर्ति है। और आपको मैं बताते चलूं कि यहां से जो रास्ते अंदर जा रहे थे, यहां पर लगातार जो है पथराव किया जा रहा था। इस बीच में आपको लगातार तस्वीर हम दिखाते चल रहे हैं कि आज लोग जब अपने घरों से बाहर निकल रहे हैं, तब वो इन तस्वीरों को देख के और ज्यादा घबराहट महसूस करते हैं। और आप देखेंगे कि हर कुछ बंद है, हर चीज पर महज ताला है। पंकज, आप यहाँ देखेंगे कि पूरी कांच को यहाँ पर तोड़ दिया गया। नीचे आप देखेंगे कि उसके चूरे, उसके बुरादे आपको अभी भी नजर आएंगे, ये बताने के लिए कि कैसे ये झलक दिखाते हैं कि यहाँ पर चीजों को नष्ट करने की कोशिश की गई। लेकिन जो राज्य श्री गणेश के नाम से जाना जाता है, गणेशोत्सव के महापर्व के लिए जाना जाता है, वहां पर गणेश की मूर्ति लगी गाड़ियों के अंदर उन्हें देख देख कर, चुन चुन कर उन्हें तोड़ा गया, उन्हें आगजनी किया गया। यह वह घर है जो आप देख रहे हैं, जहां पर पुलिस अपने आप को अंदर बचाने की कोशिश के लिए भागी, जहां पर तुलसी माता का पौधा यहाँ पर शुभ अंकित के तौर पर लगाया गया है। और लेकिन इसे ही तोड़कर लोगों ने यहाँ पर पथराव किए और पुलिस वालों पर खास तौर से हमला किया, लगातार निशाना बनाया और जानबूझकर इस शांत सिटी में, जहां पर लगातार लोग एक दूसरे के साथ रहते नजर आते हैं, वहां पर हमला कर इस पूरी शांति को भंग किया।
So remember, there are also videos where many shopkeepers are talking about how they have been singled out for their faith, how the shops of those belonging to another community were not touched, but those who were Hindus have all been targeted. Now, most skeletons are in fact tumbling out in the investigations, and it reveals how the murderous mob not only attacked the police personnel with dangerous weapons such as knives, swords and axes, but they preyed on the women police officers as well. In fact, Times Now has accessed one of the FIRs registered in the Nagpur violence case, which details how the rioters had sexually harassed a female officer from the riot control police. Now, in this FIR, the complaint is also seen. In fact, the complainant is a woman, and she has mentioned that the mob tried to disrobe a woman police officer's clothes when she was on duty, trying to control the situation. In fact, she was allegedly touched inappropriately, and the mob also made obscene remarks on the female officials. Now, let's break down the details that have been mentioned in this FIR. The complainant is a police official, so the police officials were on spot and they saw the violence and the depravity that followed. So the revelation that has been made in the FIR is that the mob had tried to rape a woman officer's clothes. So in that melee, while the violence was going out, a woman officer being targeted specifically by the mob. In fact, the female officer was sexually harassed and obscene remarks were also made against the female officers. In fact, the FIR also goes on to say that the mob had attacked the police officials with an intent to kill. They had axes, swords in their hands. The police officials believe that the intent of the mob was to kill. They had come out with swords in their hands to kill the police officials. In fact, petrol bombs were also hurled at the police officers. So look at what has been found so far in the investigations. One, that the Hindu community had been targeted specifically in the vehicles that were targeted, in the shops that were targeted, and secondly, the police officers were targeted with an intent to kill. With axes and swords in their hand, the mob was out there to kill. In fact, it shows how the police officials had been stabbed and attacked time and again. In fact, let's get you more breaking updates coming in. Apart from the details that have now come in, the violence probe, more updates coming in with 84 people now arrested in the case. 10 separate FIRs have been filed in the case. The cyber cell has filed 4 new FIRs, and these FIRs are against influencers. So now the focus is on what ensured that the crowd actually gathered around. My colleague Shivani is on the broadcast with us. Shivani, several more arrests have taken place. Now the total numbers being 84, including the prime instigator Fahim Khan as well. Take us through the details of those who have now been arrested.
Well, as of yet, the clear indication has been given by the police that all of those who have been arrested yesterday, the number was 46, which risen up to 54, and now it has gone up to 84. They all belong to one particular community, and they were influenced by certain people. Those are in power, and some or the other way are powerful enough to influence this, lots of amount of crowd as well. And similarly, all of those social media posts, those were shared on 17th of March. Those are being probed, and similarly, there were multiple social media posts. Those were also being shared right after that as well. And henceforth, we had seen that how 18th of March also saw a riot-like situation happening at late in the night as well. Because again, such speeches were roaming around in several groups on WhatsApp, on other social media platforms as well. And henceforth, now Cyber Cell has entered. But their primary focus is that who are these people and who are the ones, those are circulating the speeches, those are hate speeches, those are inflammatory speeches, those are inciting people, and henceforth the focus is clear to find out who all are the mastermind, because there is not only one mastermind but also those who are supporting it. And henceforth, to nab down all of this gang of people, those are spreading hate and hate speeches, is something that the Cyber Cell is focusing on. And they clearly state that these people were influenced, and under the influence of these speeches, they had come out on the streets and they were targeting a particular community and people over there. And similarly, as we have heard, that statements were also made that the cops are focusing on one community, targeting one, securing one, and henceforth there was a severe attack on policemen as well, despite seeing their gender or anything else, but they were attacking them. Mob was attacking those houses as well where police were trying to safeguard themselves. So similarly, now 10 FIRs have been registered. There are serious sections being added in those FIRs, where it also mentions that there is something that is harming the religious sentiment, disturbance in the law and order situation, attacking people, hurting them.
Okay.
All of these are part of sections of FIR. But clearly now more such FIR and more arrest is something that today will be taking place, where we all will eye upon that who all will be a part of the mastermind gang.
Okay, all right. So who are the individuals who gathered people around? That's the question. Because these influencers are now the focus of the investigations. In fact, the charges are quite sensational. The opposition, though, had pinned the blame on the BJP for peddling an anti-Aurangzeb rhetoric and claimed that this is what led to the violence. But now the Maharashtra Chief Minister has injected a fresh twist. On the floor of the Assembly, Devendra Fadnavis said that there was no holy text on the burnt cloth, and the state government did a proper verification on the same. He also warned that the government will dig out culprits from their grave. Take a look at what he said.
आणि मी पुन्हा सांगतो, नागपूरच्या प्रकरणामध्ये ज्यांनी पोलिसांवर हल्ला केलेला आहे त्यांना कबरीतने खोदून काढू, सोडणार नाही. ही सगळ्या गोष्टी क्षम्य आहेत, पण पोलिसांवर हल्ला हा क्षम्य नाही. त्यामुळे त्यांच्यावर जी स्ट्रिक्टेस्ट कारवाई आहे ती कारवाई करून विविक्षित वेळेमध्ये त्यांच्यावर ही सगळी कारवाई केली जाईल. काही लोकांनी हा जाणीवपूर्वक केलेला त्या ठिकाणी लक्षात येतो. कारण जसं त्या ठिकाणी औरंगजेबाची कबर जाळली गेली आणि त्याच्यावर कुठली आयात लिहिलेली नव्हती, कुठलीच नाही. त्याचं नीट आम्ही व्हेरिफिकेशन केलं, त्याला मॅग्निफाय करूनही व्हेरिफिकेशन केलं, पण जाणीवपूर्वक आयाती जाळल्या अशा प्रकारचे त्या ठिकाणी मेसेजेस फिरवण्यात आले आणि त्यातून अशा प्रकारची घटना पुढची जी काही आहे ती घडलेली आहे.
So these are the investigations so far. The Chief Minister giving out a very clear warning. And remember, from day one, the government has said that the violence broke out because of some rumor mongering, because of false rumors that had been spread. So now the question is, who spread these false rumors and for what? We have, in fact, more breaking updates coming in as the pro-Bidens. A treason charge has also been leveled against Fahim Khan. So there is a possible terror angle as well that is being probed, with the ATS also likely to investigate the terror angle. So the anti-terror squad is also likely to step in with the investigations looking at the terror angle as well. Remember, as of now, the police officials have also looked at an international conspiracy angle, because a lot of these social media handles that spread these false rumors belong to Bangladesh.
नागपुर हिंसा मामले में आरोपियों की तलाश करने के लिए नागपुर पुलिस ने कई टीमें बनाई हैं। एक तरफ साजिश को डिकोड करने के लिए क्राइम ब्रांच की टीम जुटी हुई है, तो वहीं दूसरी तरफ साइबर सेल की एक स्पेशल टीम इन लोगों को तलाश रही है जिन लोगों ने अफवाह फैलाने में योगदान दिया। इस वक्त मैं नागपुर पुलिस के इसी स्पेशल साइबर सेल के पास हूं, जहां पर ये टीम जो है वो लगातार इसी को डिकोड कर रही है। लगातार अलग अलग सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स, आईपी एड्रेसेस, इसकी वो तफ्तीश कर रही है। ये आपको एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें दिखा गए उस कंट्रोल रूम की, जहां से पूरे साइबर गतिविधियों के ऊपर नजर रखी जाती है। और खास बात जो हमें पता चली कि जो आईडी इन्हें सस्पिशियस लग रहे हैं, उनके साथ जो है मेटा प्लेटफॉर्म को लेकर के फेसबुक, ट्विटर, व्हाट्सएप की जो नोडल एजेंसीज है, उनके साथ कांटेक्ट करके उनकी और ज्यादा जानकारी जो है वो खंगाली जा रही है, ताकि इन आरोपियों तक पहुंचा जा सके।
Thanking Arunil